With all the excitement over the new Dune trailer that came out recently, some people probably missed the tiny little teaser that Amazon Prime released on their Twitter account for the upcoming, highly anticipated Wheel of Time TV show. In this video, I'll unravel everything we know about the teaser. This is Unraveling the Pattern. For over a year now, Amazon Prime's official Twitter account has been slowly revealing little nuggets of information to rabid fans on what has become known as What Wednesdays. What on Prime even started a Twitter reread thread every Wednesday, and they would occasionally release official photos and casting announcements. Yesterday, they finished the first book reread and rewarded fans with a very tiny sneak peek of a set or scene from the first book. The tweet contained this quote, which appears in the 4th chapter of The Eye of the World. "You want stories," Tom Maryland declaimed. "I have stories, and I will give them to you. I will make them come alive before your eyes." The tweet also contained this very short teaser video clip. Let's break down everything we can about this 11-second clip. First, it starts on the page of a book. The shot focuses on a paragraph that appears in the first chapter of The Eye of the World. It contains a description of the Wine Spring Inn, which is the largest building in Emond's Field. Here is the full quote describing the Wine Spring Inn. "The Wine Spring Inn stood at the east end of the green, hard beside the wagon bridge. The first floor of the inn was river rock, though the foundation was of older stone some said came from the mountains. The whitewashed second story, where Brandywin Alvear, the innkeeper and mayor of Emond's Field for the past 20 years, lived in the back with his wife and daughters, jutted out over the lower floor all the way around. Red roof tile, the only such roof in the village, glittered in the weak sunlight, and smoke drifted from 3 of the inn's dozen tall chimneys." The shot in the teaser continues to pan back from the book and reveals a very blurry scene of what appears to be the village green and the Wine Spring Inn. The village green is described in Chapter 1 like this. "Soon the street opened onto the green, a broad expanse in the middle of the village. Usually covered with thick grass, the green this spring showed only a few fresh patches among the yellowish brown of dead grass and the black of bare earth. A double handful of geese waddled about, beadily eyeing the ground but not finding anything worth pecking, and someone had tethered a milk cow to crop the sparse growth." So, we have a blurry shot of what appears to be the village green at the center of Emond's Field and the Wine Spring Inn with its red tile roof and single chimney. A few things to note. First of all, I'm fairly certain that this clip is not actually video footage of the set, but rather a fairly simple animation that was composited or compiled together from a still image or possibly a lockdown camera shot combined with stock video footage. For example, notice that as the camera moves from the page to reveal the background, there's no parallax, which would appear if this were a true camera pan. Similarly, the book itself has no depth, but is likely a still image with a depth of field blur filter to give it a sense of going in and out of focus. I use this technique myself in some of my videos. Also, the tree branches don't move, and the birds appear more as stock video or animation than actual birds. The smoke coming from the chimney also appears to be composited into the shot and not a practical effect. It is possible that the smoke and background are actual film or video footage of the set, but the camera was definitely locked down and the fake camera movement was added in post-production. I'm pointing this out not to disappoint people, but rather to show that there is a good reason for the blurred background. This is simply a heavily photoshopped or composited marketing video that is very likely not actual footage from the TV show. You can also see, based on some of the leaked photos of the set, that the background was composited out of the shots for this clip. It is possible that the final shots of the Wine Spring Inn in the show will have the background cliffs completely removed, or possibly it's just from a different camera angle. It's also possible that the leaked photos are actually similar sets used in different locations. Anyway, enough about the technical junk. Let's discuss some of the cool details found in this clip. I mentioned this earlier, but there do appear to be some birds or possibly ravens flying above the inn. For fans of the books, this is exciting for many reasons. Another exciting detail is the tree on the village green. The books never describe a tree in the center of town on the village green. However, I think this is a really great thematic visual detail that shows that the creators of the show understand the books and the themes of the series. It's also interesting to note that the weather in the video clip appears to be more like spring weather and less like how the books describe the climate in the opening chapters, where it feels more like a winter that has gone on too long. It's too early to tell if the visuals or climate will change in the show. Again, this is likely just a marketing video and not a final shot. Another little detail is that in the book, all of the buildings and homes in Emmons Field have thatched roofs except for the Wine Spring Inn. You can see a building to the side of the inn, which could be the horse stables or another part of the inn. However, some leaked photos of the village set, as well as this official Amazon Prime publicity photo of Emmons Field, show other buildings without thatched roofs. It looks like the producers of the show decided to put Senbui out of business. Another thing to note is that the book describes the inn as having a dozen tall chimneys, but it looks like they chose to only include one chimney. To me, this is not a significant problem, and it actually feels more true to the small size of Emmons Field. Finally, Rafe Judkins, the showrunner, did respond to 3 questions on Twitter after the teaser reveal. He said, "To celebrate at Wadon Prime's first glimpse of the wine spring, I'll answer the first 3 questions I get about it on here. Go." One question was, "Do we see the Beltane celebration?" Rafe's answer, "This one might be a spoiler, especially for Winter Night enthusiasts, but yes." Another question was, "Does it smell like honey cakes and fresh bread?" Rafe responded with a funny anecdote. "It mostly smells like ginger tea, which anyone who spends time on the Watts set would tell you. But there were honey cakes that the wasps and hornets couldn't get enough of, so we had to spray them with a wasp repellent, but they didn't tell me and I ate one." And this last question, "What were your thoughts walking through it the first time?" Rafe's response gets me even more pumped up for the show. He said, "Absolutely one of the most emotional moments on the show for me so far. Just standing in the center of Emmons Field felt totally surreal. Looking up at the red roof of the inn, the trouble they'd gone to give each house and villager a profession and a life there, it was amazing." So, that's me unraveling an 11-second clip. Just imagine the kinds of details we'll find when a real teaser trailer comes out. If you like this content or wish to see some other animated Wheel of Time deep dive videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please like and share this video and comment below if I missed any details. My next big animated deep dive project is still coming together and it's going to be huge. It's just the first of what could be a 10 to 12 part series. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Please consider supporting me on Patreon so that I can make more of these videos for you guys, and so that you can see sneak peeks and gain early access to my videos. May the light illumine you.